Thank you to the media for joining us. We are very excited for Triller Fight Club presenting Triad Combat, a new combat sport merging the worlds of MMA and boxing inside a triangular ring. It is going to be a tremendous night of combat sports and entertainment as we come your way from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, this Saturday, November 27th. If you can't be there live in Arlington, you can watch it live on pay-per-view, your local cable or satellite provider, or on Fight TV pay-per-view. What is so unique about this show, once again, Triller bringing the worlds of music and also combat sports together, performing throughout the course of the night. Musical icons Metallica will be a part of the show. Plus, you have an outstanding night of Triad Combat featuring team boxing against team MMA. We are led by our president and CEO, Ryan Kavanaugh. The show on Saturday will be produced by one of the most brilliant minds that entertainment has ever seen, the brains behind American Idol, and So You Think You Can Dance, the producer, Nigel Lithgow. With that being said, this is not only an individual sport, but it's a team concept that we are featuring, as we have team boxing and team MMA. I will start off with who's going to be the head coach of the MMA fighters. This man's a former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, former Pride middleweight champion of the world. When it comes to putting guys to sleep, this man knows how to do it. Dynamite in both hands, in my estimation, probably one of the most vicious left hooks that we've ever seen in combat sports, not just in MMA. I present to you Quentin Rampage Jackson. Rampage.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for the introduction.
Well, Rampage, when they called you about being the head coach of Team MMA for this brand new venture that Triller is doing with Triad Combat, what went through your mind?
Well, you know, the first thing went through my mind is that I'm like, oh, I see people paying attention to what me and Shannon got going on, because I've been trying to do my first boxing match against Shannon for a couple of months. And so I was very interested in this concept. I think it's very interesting. I think a lot of boxers underestimate MMA fighters. And I just want to show the boxing fans the MMA fighters are the real fighters.
All right. Well, Rampage, we are very excited to go ahead and watch you lead your team, Team MMA, into combat with Triad Combat against Shannon the Cannon Briggs. So Quentin Rampage Jackson heading up the MMA side, as he's the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world and former Pride middleweight champion of the world. Well, he talked about Shannon the Cannon Briggs, and we have him here with us, the former heavyweight champion of the world. When it comes to one of the most unique personalities that we've ever seen in the world of combat sports, you don't find much more energy than this man, as we welcome in the champ, as he likes to say. Look at him, and he looks in an amazing physical shape. He is leading the boxing team on Saturday night down in Arlington with Triad Combat, Shannon the Cannon Briggs. What's up, champ?
Ooh, let's go, champ. That's a great introduction, Ray. I thank you. I appreciate you, brother. You are the champ. I'm looking forward to it. If there's any questions, I'm ready to go. But more importantly, I can't wait to see Rampage Jackson. Let's go, champ.
Now, Shannon, how deep is this beef? Because Rampage right away said, I want to fight you. That's without a doubt. He goes, that's what I'm looking forward to. So are you guys going to potentially compete in Triad Combat? Because this is leveling out the playing field when it comes to boxing and MMA striking-wise?
Yeah, he think I'm washed up. He think I'm old. He always talking about I'm old, I'm gray, that I'm an old man. But I'm going to show him once and for all. You see that right there, Ray?
I see it.
That? You see that? Now imagine me. Now I consider that triad ring, it looks like a hot plate. It looks like the new, like, you know, instead of the George Foreman grill, it looks like the Shannon Briggs hot plate. And we're gonna put all these MMA pies on the Shannon Briggs hot plate. Let's go, champ.
Rampage, you want to respond to that?
Man, he just talking, man. That's all he's good at. I'm gonna start calling Shannon Cannon the meme queen. That's all he's good is talking. Man, talk is cheap. You know, talk is cheap. I want to put my fist in his mouth to shut him up. And when I beat Shannon, please sign a contract, Shannon, and say, if I beat you in boxing, you can't say, let's go champ no more. We all tired of hearing that. For real.
What if I beat you in MMA? What if I beat you in MMA?
Name your price. Name your price. You beat me in MMA, name your price.
Yeah, I'd love to see you guys go at it.
That's all he does. All he does is talk. Listen, he can never shut up. All he does is talk. He is an old man. He got one foot in the retirement home.
Hey,
I love you guys with Triad Combat. That's what I love to see.
I want to fight him in Triad Combat. This is going to prove once and for all. This is going to prove once and for all.
Every time I see you look different. Every time I see you look different. Put the old grizzly bear hat back on.
That's the Yeti. That's the Yeti. Listen, if Ryan Kavanaugh,
listen, you too old to play so much. Listen, if Nigel, grow up.
If Nigel and Ryan put it together, listen, if Ryan and Nigel put it together, all I want them to do is put in the contract that they get you a dentist. They get a dentist. When I knock your teeth out, I want somebody to pay for your teeth because you got a big mouth. You talk a lot. I'm going to show you. Listen, all they got to do is make the fight, champ. Yeah, I talk a lot because I can back it up. When you see, listen to champ.
Hey, you came back.
Ain't a wrestler in the world could beat me. Ain't a wrestler in the world could beat me. Ain't one.
That's a large statement.
Ain't a wrestler ever lived in the world that live on the planet Earth that can beat me.
In boxing, you protected by the rules.
All righty, gentlemen, we'll go to some.
All right, guys, let me go ahead and turn it over to the media for questions.
Yeah, turn it over to the media.
Guys,
turn it over to the media, Ray.
And then go ahead, let's get the media involved and ask these guys questions. Shannon Briggs, Rampage Jackson, the coaches for Team Boxing and Team MMA for Triad Combat this Saturday live on pay-per-view. Bernie, the floor is yours.
Our first question comes from Jeremy Harridges from Fansided. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hi, Rampage. Hi, Shannon. I'm going to start my first questions for Rampage. Rampage, obviously, there's a fair amount of animosity between you and Shannon. Where does that stem from, and what kind of jumped things off between you two?
Well, Shannon's real disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real and be honest. It's embarrassing to me that I lost my last fight the way I lost it. Shut up, Shannon. And Shannon was very disrespectful. Like before I can even get to the locker room, I got a text on my phone said, I'll fight you. You know, and boxing. He called me out in boxing. Then he goes and be real disrespectful and post memes and put my face on like ridiculous things. Shannon's real disrespectful, and I just want to shut him up. I'm gonna let him do all this talking and his laughing, and you know he the meme queen. But you know what I'm saying? Shannon's real disrespectful. He has a nerve to say I'm disrespectful, but Shannon started this whole feud. He called me out at the worst time possible.
Second question's for Shannon. Shannon, I mean, obviously people are interested. They're here because they're interested in seeing is Quentin going to fight Shannon in a future Triad Combat Sports forum? Do you see this fight happening, and why do you think you'd have the edge?
I think it's going to happen for sure. I think Ryan and Nigel and the team over at Triller Fight Club, they're on the right track. They said, come on in, champ. You guys manage each other's team, you know what I'm saying, captain, head captains, and that'll be the lead off to what's to come soon. And I'm going to tell you right now, Big Mouth, listen to me, champ. I hope you got a dental. I hope you got a dental plan. That's all I can tell you. I hope you got a dental plan.
You think you're funny, huh? I hope you got a old mother.
The follow-up to that, Shannon, why do you think you would have the edge over Rampage in a Triad Combat Sports venue?
What's your name, champ?
Jeremy.
Brother Jeremy. Look at that. You see that?
I see it.
That's a weapon of mass destruction. They want to put me in the military. They said, you need to be in the military working for us. This is a weapon of mass destruction. One hit, dental.
Thank you, gentlemen, and hope to see that happen soon.
You're welcome, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Let's go,
Your next
Chad. Question
comes from Cynthia Conte from Ring Magazine. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Chad.
Rampage and Shannon, I want to ask you first, since this is a boxing versus MMA, how do you get your team ready to face someone that's going to start throwing elbows legally and hitting behind the head legally?
Well, I'm going to tell them real simple. Before the fight, this is us versus them. This is boxers versus MMA. They think that they can stand up with us. They can't. We're going to show them once and for all. We're going to teach them a lesson. When it comes to putting up your hands, don't ever do it again. Stay wrestling on the floor and grappling. But don't you ever pick up and make a fist as long as you live. That's what I'm going to tell them. We got to teach these boys a lesson. We got to knock them back down the hill. Let's go, champ.
What's your response to when Rampage said earlier that MMA is the real fight?
Rampage just got a big mouth. He just talks a lot. But when the bell rang and I hit him, it don't matter, elbows, spinning back fist. Don't worry. I'm going to punch a hole in him. Look, you see that? I'm going to punch a hole in him just like that. Let's go, champ.
All right, and Rampage, same question for you. How are you going to be able to, what do you tell your team going into this fight to neutralize these boxers to actually like really with their stand-up game?
MMA fighters, we're known for training dirty boxing, and it's legal for us to train dirty boxing. I'm gonna tell them, just do what you know. Get dirty, box them real dirty. Use those elbows, hit them behind the head, whatever. All the stuff they're not used to. They gonna have to get ready for us. We coming to make a statement.
All right.
You coming to go to sleep.
You going to sleep.
I'm bringing pillows and comforters for you. I'm gonna bring them for your whole team.
You need to bring some pillows for yourself. And bring one of those what's those things they put over their face when they, so they don't get the sunlight in their eyes. Bring all that shit. You need to bring it for yourself.
Jack. We'll see.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Once again, for the media, please use the raise hand function, and I will call on you to ask questions from either Rampage Jackson or Shannon Briggs. Our next question comes from Dylan Boker. Go ahead, Dylan.
Appreciate you taking my call. My first question was for Rampage, because you'd done an interview with Ariel Helwani in the summer there saying that December 4th was a targeted date for the Shannon fight. Obviously, with that coming up, I imagine that would be amended there. Can you maybe provide some insights into maybe what the date could be and if the plan is to still also do an MMA fight thereafter?
Yeah, Shannon and I was originally trying to get something set up for December 4th. But then Shannon had a meeting at the old folks' home, and they were like, "You might want to push that back because you have a tour here. He have a tour in his old folks' home in December. Because after I knock his ass out, he's moving right into the old folks' home. And so we, Shannon and I started talking to Triller, and they got a big promotion going on, and it was very interesting. And we entertained it, and we like what they got going on. So we put our stuff on the side, and Shannon going to go and see the old folks home later. Then after I kick his ass, we do plan on doing an MMA fight, because Shannon, I had to give him one thing I could respect him on. He's the only boxer that was man enough to even say that he's willing to do an MMA fight.
And just as a follow-up question to Shannon here, I mean, you faced some real heavy hitters in the space of boxing, like Vitaly Klitschko, Ray Mercer, George Foreman, for instance. Like, where do you rank Rampage Jackson's, knockout power and boxing ability in the context of who you fought?
He's a legend MMA fighter. I've watched him for years. Everybody know him. He come out with the chain on his neck, howling like a fool. You know what I mean? So everybody know him. Oh, all this craziness. But he's excited. He makes his fights so exciting that Hollywood called him the Big B to play Baraka in Baraka, something like that, in 18. Famous, well-known dude. He hit hard, obviously. He knocked a lot of people out. If it's being that I fought legends like George Foreman, Lennox Lewis, Vitaly Klitschko, Ray Mercer, why fight somebody who's not a legend in their sport? These guys that I fought are legends. He's a legend in that sport. And to be honest with you, like he gave me a little credit, I give him some credit. He the only man willing to fight me. Look at me, y'all. When they see me, they change. They get scared. He the only man said he willing to do it. We're going to see the press conference Wednesday, the weigh-in Friday, Saturday the event. We're going to see as we get closer and closer. Look at me. Look at me. You're looking different now, huh? You see the Yeti up close is a different whole story. But let me explain something to you, champ. Ryan Kavanaugh and Nigel and all the people at Triller, they better have a, you call me, you talking about old folks home? They better get you a contract with a hospice. You know what a hospice is? Look it up, hospice. Let's go, champ.
Man, you do look like an old chocolate Yeti. I'm not gonna lie. Old chocolate Yeti. Chill out, champ. You ain't scaring nobody. You ain't scaring
They all
nobody.
get scared. Hey, Ray, they all get scared. They say that now, but then when the fight time comes, they get scared, Ray. All of them, Ray. All of them.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't want to be across the ring or the, triangular ring from either one of you two. So I'm glad you guys want to compete against each other because I was not a part of it.
In a hot plate triangle.
In a hot plate triangle.
Woo!
That's what it is. Triad Combat this Saturday, November 20th.
We're going to call it the hot plate.
Bernie, back to the media.
Thanks very much. Our next question comes from Danny Segura from MMA Junkie. Go ahead, Danny.
Rampage, you haven't fought since December of 2019. So I was just wondering, you've been wanting to make a comeback. So what sort of kept you out of the ring or the cage in this last almost 2 years?
Well, COVID was a big factor in that at first. And then, I just wanted to go back to square one and work on my fitness and my health and get my weight down. That's been my main focus.
Yeah. And have you been doing a lot of boxing training or MMA or a mix? Where would you say like your training's at right now?
Yeah, I've been doing the same stuff I've been doing: boxing, MMA, weights, cardio. I just been doing all the same stuff that I normally do.
Yeah. So it's safe to say like this year you'd be ready to go.
It's safe to say, baby.
Okay. And just last one for Rampage. As far as like your goals, Shannon said it, everyone knows you're a legend. You've been around the sport for a long time. What are your goals or what do you have left to achieve that you want to get done in this stage of your career?
Well, I always wanted to do a boxing match. And that's why I was interested in fighting Shannon. It's like it was the only opportunity I ever had to do a boxing match. I've done everything else. I'm an MMA fighter. I've had wrestling matches. I've had jiu-jitsu matches. And I've had kickboxing matches, but I've never had a boxing match. And that's the last thing on my list so I can be a full circle.
The last thing you're going to do is the last thing you're going to do.
Shannon, Shannon.
It's the last thing you're going to do. Man, you're right.
You right. I can tell you right, though. I love your confidence.
You're right. You said it's the last thing you're going to do.
You're going to be real embarrassed when an MMA guy kick your ass in your own game. You gonna be
I won't even be able to walk down the street no more if that happened to me, man. I'll move out the country. I'll move to Mongolia. If you
Mongolia,
I'll move to Mongolia.
Oh my God.
That's what you're gonna have to do. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Danny, you have another question?
Yes, and for Shannon, how serious is the MMA thing? Win or lose against Rampage, like, are you determined to like at some point try MMA? I mean, we hear Rampage here say like, hey, I want to go into boxing. I've done everything in MMA. Is that something that really interests you, trying out MMA at some point? I mean, you've done it all as well in the world of boxing.
And I fought in K1. I started out with the American top team from the first day they started, when they named it the top team, when it was just doing jiu-jitsu. Then we did a little boxing division. You know what I'm saying? Didn't last long, but the focus became more on the American top team, and look what it grew into. It's
man, answer the question. Quit dancing around the question. Now you scared. Now you sound like you scared. You want to
like I was saying.
You gonna keep your word?
So like I was saying, I fought in K1. I already did the thing with MMA. I was down with the top team. I was already with top team, like at the point I was making. So listen to this, y'all. So now here we go. Now here we go.
Now, look at him.
After listen to me, y'all. Once I hit him once I knock him out in boxing,
answer the damn question.
He gonna be so scared when we fight in MMA. He gonna try to rush me, and he gonna try to rush me and take me to the floor. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sprawl. I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna get behind and I'm gonna choke him like this, y'all. And then look, I'm gonna wrap my legs around him when I choke him. I'm gonna wrap my legs around. You know how they do that when they
What's that move called? What's it called?
It's called choke the shit out you until shit come out your ass. It's called choke you till shit come out your ass. That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
All right, Shannon, appreciate the answer there. I think I'll leave it.
You're welcome, brother.
There.
You're welcome,
Next question comes from Jose Matos. Go ahead, Jose.
Wow.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for your time. My first question is for Rampage Jackson. Rampage, why do you see Team MMA coming out victorious this Saturday night?
I think Team MMA would be more victorious because we're more versatile. Boxers, all they know how to do is throw punches. That's all they know how to do. But MMA, we know how to do a whole lot of other stuff. You know, we find ways to win. Let me break it down for you. Okay, so this is what made MMA evolve so fast. Say you fighting a guy and he has better hands than you. You know how to punch. You got to stand up, but maybe he got better hands than you. So what you do, you adapt. You get close to him and you clinch him, and you work the clinch. You know, uppercut him, dirty boxing, elbow, and all that stuff. We find ways to beat people that are better than us at certain things. So we're not afraid to fight some boxers that maybe have better hands than us. We will adapt.
And what kind of positive impact do you see yourself having as captain of Team MMA?
Well, these guys, they already been training for their fight. They don't really need me for anything. I'm just going to be there for moral support, and you know, what I'm saying, to just be there for them and let the guys know that, you know, I'm rooting for them, and you know, I really want MMA to make a statement in a comeback sports, and I want people to look at MMA fighters different. Like they don't think that we got hands. They don't think that we know how to box. You know, we've been boxing for a long time. And MMA fighters been boxing for a long time. Boxers, they don't do MMA for their training. We have the advantage. I just want to remind the MMA fighters of what we bring to the table.
And my last question is for Shannon Briggs. Shannon, why will Team Boxing come out victorious this Saturday?
I'm gonna motivate him. I'm gonna push him. You know, it all starts in the brain, champ. It all starts on what you think, what you believe. And sometimes if you got some motivation behind you, whether it's self-motivation or somebody pushing you, motivating you, I'm gonna tell him, this is it. Do him dirty and watch what's next. That's all I'm telling him. Motivation, champ. I'm there to get him fired up, amp them up. Don't let him get dirty. Knock him out straight, knock him out. Straight to the chin, straight to the hospice.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Shannon. Our next
welcome,
question
Chad.
comes from Arlo Jumper. Go ahead, Arlo.
Hey, gentlemen, how we all doing today?
Good, champ.
Good. My first question goes out to Rampage. Rampage, I've said for years that I've always thought you were one of the few MMA fighters that I thought could really cross over into boxing. And now it seems you're trying to step up to that challenge, which I totally love. I totally love it. But how do you feel like a rangy fighter like Briggs will affect you inside just a strictly fist, some elbows, but fist mainly? How do you feel that reach advantage? Just strictly hands, no shooting, no going for the legs, no.
Don't scare him, champ. Don't scare him,
clinch.
champ. Don't scare him, champ.
I know it ain't scare him. I know that don't scare him. But that's the question I want to hear. Like what is your preparation for it?
See, this is the thing that people don't understand about me. I've been fighting MMA for so long, and I've fought a lot of the best people in the sport. You know, I win some and I lose some, but that thrill is not there anymore in MMA. It's like why I started. You know, it's like that rush. And
absolutely,
me stepping into a boxing ring with somebody like Shannon's caliber of boxing, you know, I have that rush. You know, in the training camp, I have that rush. I'm like, oh, you know, if I don't get this right, it's a chance I can get knocked out. And that's what I need. That's what made me so successful in my MMA career. I needed that, and I lost that over the years in MMA by fighting everybody and doing that. So I accept the challenge. I think Shannon would be a real tough boxing match. If I'm gonna be 100% honest, I didn't imagine like fighting him in a what the hell Trigon, whatever the hell they got. This new
Triad.
Triad. I had never imagined fighting him in anything like that. I imagined my first boxing match being in a boxing ring with boxing gloves, a boxing match, and you know, so I'm prepared for any challenge that comes my way. I don't care what Shannon has done in his past. You know, I don't care. He's gonna have to do it to me, and I accept it. I accept any challenge. I'm not going to back down. and I'm gonna give him a look that he ain't never seen before because he never fought no MMA guy. We're used to 5-minute rounds. Our energy is different. I just don't think that. I think that he's gonna underestimate me. That's my advantage. I feel like my advantage is that he's gonna underestimate.
I got you. No, I can totally see that. The other thing is if you all fighting a boxing matches, they're going to be a catch weight with gloves. Because I know, heavyweights is 10 ounce. Y'all in the MMA is 4 ounce. Or y'all going to make a special rule for an in between 6, 8? Is that something you interested in, or does it matter?
It don't matter to me. I told you I didn't think about it. I was stepping into a whole nother world. I was giving Shannon the full advantage, and that's why we said to do an MMA match. You know what I'm saying? And then why change anything? I'm stepping it outside of my comfort zone into a whole nother, arena. And so I was going to accept that challenge. Yeah, and so I come to my arena. The challenge here.
I got you. Okay, one last question for you, Rampage. I've seen you do a lot of advertisement now for like stem cell research, stem cell therapy for your injuries.
I'm gonna knock the stem cells out your ass.
Man, shut your ass up.
How is that treating you? And were they that devastating of injuries? Do you think anything's gonna hinder you? Like I seen elbows, wrist, hands. I mean, it's wear and tear that y'all all go through, through the years. But is any of that still affecting you after the stem cell?
Well, no, the stem cells I really needed them. I've been fighting injured. I've been fighting injured for over 10 years now. And that's MMA. When you got to do a lot of wrestling and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, those injuries sneak up on you. But boxing, when I've been training boxing lately, it feels great. The stem cells did a great job. Yeah, it did a great job. I don't have to take no damage on my knees trying to wrestle people down to the ground, pick up and slam them. Boxing, you just got to bend your knees a little bit and head movement and all this stuff. So I'm fine.
Awesome. One more thing before I'm done with you. I met you like 15 years ago at Tulsa Hard Rock Casino. I still got your autograph hanging in my glove, hanging in my gym.
Oh, that's
just
cool,
letting
man.
you know.
All right, thanks, man. That's cool.
Hey, you're welcome.
Now talk shit about Shannon since you met me. Talk shit about Shannon. Look at his
man,
face.
I got props for both of y'all. I got love for both of y'all, man. I got a lot of
Shannon.
love. Shannon, all right, Shannon.
I just woke up. Pardon me. I was sleeping on these new Quentin Jackson pillows. These the new Quentin Jackson pillows. They just
bring that pillow with you.
They put you. He make a good pillow, that Quentin. I tell you. What you say, champ?
Okay, Shannon. So you've been in there with top-notch WBC world champions. Is there anything he's gonna be able to do that's gonna surprise you?
He's just gonna try to knock me out. He only got power. That's all he got is power. He's strong. I ain't gonna lie. He's strong. I watch his highlights. We all know he's strong. I got to worry about him in the MMA. I got to worry about him in the boxing only because he's a puncher. He is a puncher, and that's what makes him dangerous. All he got is an overhand right. You know what I'm saying? His left hook is decent. It's okay. Now listen, I give him this. He better with his hands than 99% of the other guys I've seen. And maybe in power, maybe not in skill, but he got 99% more power than most of them. Now the good thing is that's all he got. Okay, you need more than that to beat the champ. You need more than power. But he's a strong puncher. Now in the MMA, the good thing is about in the triad, he ain't gonna be able to do too much running, right? Mm-hmm. So he's gonna have to come at me. If he come at me, he gonna run into something. If he try to stay away from me, I'm gonna hit him with the jab. But I got one goal. It ain't gonna worry. Don't worry about all them rounds. It's only gonna be one round. It's only gonna be one round, champ. Mm-hmm. I got a body shot for him. All right, I deliver it like Uber Eats. I deliver the left hook. When I deliver the left hook to the body,
this guy,
man, they don't never do too much walking after that, champ. I'm telling you, they don't do too much walking.
Thanks very much, Carlo.
All right. Thank you guys very much, and to the media for joining us. I want to get final comments. Just so that the media knows, 8-ounce gloves when it comes to Triad Combat, you're able to go ahead and grab because of the fact that we're allowing you to get close and hold your opponent and punch them at the same time. 2-minute rounds as well. So 8-ounce gloves where you can grab and you can go ahead and get a grip, and also 2-minute rounds as well. As we get to final.
Oh, he finished. 8-ounce gloves?
8-ounce gloves.
Oh, you finished.
8-ounce gloves. Rampage, final comments as you prepare to lead Team MMA into Triad Combat against Shannon Briggs' very own team boxing team this Saturday, Globe Life Field, Arlington, Texas, Triller Fight Club, Triad Combat on pay-per-view. Rampage, your final comments.
I only got one thing to say. Shannon, I can't wait to meet you.
We need to have security, by the way, because I don't want to step in between both of you. So, Bernie, if we can make sure we have plenty of security there to separate these two top quality prize fighters. Shannon Briggs, my friend, give me your final comments as you prepare to lead Team Boxing into Triad Combat against Rampage Jackson's own Team MMA.
I think this is a phenomenal concept. I think this is that triad, that triangle ring, Team Boxing versus MMA. Great concept, great event. I'm looking forward to seeing Metallica, to be honest with you. Now, aside from that, I want to say one thing. Rampage Jackson, I respect you. I admire you as a MMA legend. But you got yourself in a little bit of trouble now, champ. You got yourself in a little bit of trouble, champ. I'll see you soon. Let's go, champ.
All right.